Hello everybody, it's OC Bus Fan here, and today coming to you from Goldenwest Transportation Center, because I'll be recording some videos that you might have seen by now on my channel. You can see Goldenwest College across the street. But anyway, I'm here because this is the site of where the new Route 123 will be originating from. And this is the new bus book that I'm talking about today. And obviously the main highlight is this route, starting from where I am right now, Goldenwest Transportation Center, all the way to Anaheim Canyon Metro Station. So you can see here, for the new Route 123, you can ride direct from Anaheim to Huntington Beach, and you can actually go to a bunch of colleges on this route: Cal State Fullerton, Fullerton College, Hope International University, Cypress College, and Goldenwest College. And then also serves two transportation centers, Goldenwest Transportation Center and Winter Park Metro Station, as well as the Anaheim Canyon. So let's get started explaining what's new and the service change that's about to happen. So we have schedule adjustments to various routes. The new route being the 123, the 123, which will be replacing the 21 and 24, but at the same time they're combining it at the same time. But they'll be getting rid of portions at end of each route as a result of the new route. So for Route 25, northbound mornings will be adjusted to connect with Route 721. Now weekends you have a little bit of an increase in frequency from 70 minutes to 65 minutes. For Route 37, we have one trip adjustment. For the 38, for Route 38, despite what it says here, frequency from 40 to 30 minutes in PM, the peak frequency for the 38 is currently 15 minutes, morning and evening during peak hours, but that's going to get decreased to 20 minutes, which is currently the frequency for most of the day on the 38. So a small decrease in frequency, but otherwise not a lot has changed. For the 43, we have a trip adjustment. For the Route 54, we have to the west end of the short line that used to go to Chapman and Beach during the peak hours. Now all the trips will go to Chapman and Valley View. Previously, it was only 30 minutes for the long line and 15 minutes for the short line. But now the short line will also be 15-minute frequency as well. And so that's a huge improvement, mainly connected to the new Route 123. For the Route 55, weekend frequency will be just from 70 or 90 to 45 minutes. For Route 57, 57 Express, a little slight decrease in frequency, but shouldn't be too different. And the 72, one of the other main highlights, the weekend frequency is going up from 65 to 45 minutes. And then the PM frequency in the afternoon will go from 30 to 35. The tripper will be just on 83. Obviously, you have the new Route 123. The new route replacing 2124, 65-minute frequency. So it's almost close to what it was, but it's going to be all day now. Route 143 will go from 75 to 60 minutes. The 177 will have the last trip from 45 to 60-minute frequency. And then a bunch of ice shuttle routes will also change. I'll go more into these changes as we go throughout the video, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so as you can see, we're no longer at Goldenwest Transportation Center, we're now at Sunset Beach. There's the beach, and you can see 5589 actually took that bus to get here, so look at that, watch for that video in my channel. Should be up by the time that this video is posted. You can also see 7512 doing the Route 21, which I'm also going to be uploading soon. And I am here at Sunset Beach because the main reason is because this route is currently this area is currently served by the 21, which will be which most of the route will be part of the new Route 123. But unfortunately, the new Route 123 isn't gonna serve Sunset Beach. You'd have to take the 70, and this is because the new Route 123, it's gonna start here at Goldenwest Transportation Center. It's gonna go all the way to Anaheim Canyon Metro Station in Anaheim. And as you can see by the timetable, it's almost a 2-hour trip to get there. So say you'd want to leave at 12:55. If you were to go all the way, you'd be there by 2:50. So pretty much a 2-hour journey. So it's a 65-minute frequency. As you can see, the first trips of each route doesn't do the whole route. They both start at Buena Park Metro Station. The first eastbound, or northbound rather, would go to Anaheim Canyon, and the first southbound would go to Goldenwest Transportation Center. But for the rest of the day, for the northbound bus, it goes the whole route. But as you can see here, for the southbound ride, it only goes to Buena Park. So if you want to go to the Goldenwest Transportation Center at night, you have to leave at 7:33, so you can get there by 9:07. So once it's 9 o'clock, there's no more service. The only late bus to leave would be the Anaheim Canyon northbound bus, but you get there at 10:18. Let's go over the route real quick. So we're starting here at the Goldenwest Transportation Center. We're going to go up on Gothard, and then we're going to go westbound on McFadden, and then we're going to make a right turn on Graham Avenue or Street. Over here is where Boeing is located, so this is where the 64 goes during peak hours on weekdays. And then we're going to go up on Bolsa Chica. At this point, this part of the route is already served by the 21 currently, but it's going to be part of the new Route 123. The 21 used to keep going down here. It used to keep going down Graham, and then it would make a westbound turn on Edinger, and then go down on Warner all the way, which you can't see on this map. But it would go all the way here, and then it would terminate to where I am now. But this isn't gonna be the case come February 9th. 10th rather, because that's when the new route starts running. So it goes up on Bolsa Chica. And then we're gonna pass all of these routes. We're gonna pass Cypress College in the city of Cypress. So we'll be passing through Westminster, Garden Grove, Cypress, La Palma, which is a small city here, and then Buena Park. And then we'll be passing by Fullerton. And then this is currently where the Route 21 ends. This is also where the 24 ends. So over here is where the 21 would terminate, and this is where the 24 would start. Keep going down on Malvern Avenue, and then Chapman Avenue. And then there's 70 and the 72. We're passing by, you can hear your engines. And then once we pass Euclid, it turns into Chapman Avenue, not to be confused with this Chapman Avenue in Garden Grove, which goes to Orange, whereas this Chapman Avenue only stays in Fullerton and Placentia. So we pass Fullerton College. Down here we have the Fullerton Transportation Center area, 26. And then we have Cal State Fullerton. Once you go on to State College, and then Chapman Avenue. And then we go down, make a right on Orange Thorpe. Then we go down on Miller. and then we make a right onto Mariloma. Currently the 24 just keeps going down here and makes a right at La Palma, but it's gonna make a little deviation. It's gonna make a right on Tustin. And then here we are, Anaheim Canyon Metroing Station. Keep in mind that while it says these routes connect here, only the route 123 originates here. The other routes you'd have to walk out to each respective street. Tustin for the 71 or La Palma for the 38, and also Anaheim regional transportation buses or ART buses also pass here. So this is the first look of the new Route 123. Okay guys, so I'm back at my house, continuing my video about the OC bus service change for February 2020. And the next thing I'll be talking about is the Route 25. As you can see, I'm back at my house now, but I'm recording this at night, so I'm not going to talk as much. So apologies if you can't hear me as well. The only major change for Route 25 is the frequency on Saturdays and Sundays is increasing a little bit from 70 minutes to 25 minutes. It's not really much of a dent in frequency, but I think the amount of trips is still the same. But that's the only change for Route 25. So the next route I'll be talking about is the 38. Now, this isn't really explained that much in the summary of changes, but unfortunately the frequency will be dropping a little bit. It'll be going from 15 minutes during peak hours to 20 minutes, so it's going to be an all-day frequency of 20 minutes. So this is the new bus book, and in comparison, here's the old one. As you can see, in the AM trip, you can see this 15-minute frequency. Same for the PM trips. And as you can see here, it's there's less space in between the full route and the short-term trips that go in between Winter Park and Anaheim. So it's not too much of a change, but I just wanted to point that out in the service change. On to the next one. The next major change will be on Route 54. As you can see, all of the eastbound trips will now start at Chapman and Valley View. Compared to the old bus book, you can see only certain trips during the peak hours started at Chapman and Beach, while all of the other trips started at Chapman and Valley View. So the short line at the west end was eliminated, but it still exists on the eastern end, meaning that certain buses will still go to Rancho Santiago Boulevard and Chapman, which is only a couple, like 2 miles or so from San Diego Canyon College. But it's not too much of a change. The only exception are the 2 trippers and the 2 afternoon trippers and the 1 morning tripper. As you can see here, 2 trippers in the afternoon and 1 in the morning. And I'll show you what it looks like here. So that's the 54. As of the weekend schedule, no changes on that end. And now let's take it to the next change. Okay, so one of the main changes aside from the new Route 123 for the service change is the weekend schedule for Route 56. So previously the frequency was only every 70 minutes or so for the 56, but now 56 is running every 45 minutes on weekends. So you can see what it looks like here. Previously there used to be separate schedules for Saturday and Sunday, but now there's one schedule for both of those days as well as a holiday. As you can see, there's more trips added to 56, and the same thing is also happening for Route 72. I'll show you that in just a couple of moments. Next up is Route 57 and 57 Express. So there is a little bit of a bump in frequency from currently during the daytime it's every 12 minutes, but that's going to decrease a little bit to 13 minutes now. And then same thing for weekend schedules, where currently it's every 15 minutes on weekends. It'll go down by 1 minute to 16 minutes. 16 for the short line, or 32 minutes for the the long line, or the full route from Brea to Newport Beach. I also wanted to mention a little something that they've added. So a couple of months ago, OCTA started closing the Newport Transportation Center during the overnight hours from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m., mainly because of the homeless problem. And there's a dedicated bus stop just outside the Transportation Center for overnight trips. There's a bus stop right near the parking lot on the street on St. Nicholas, I think. Yeah, St. Nicholas Street. So if you guys or have a job there, or heading there during overnight hours, just make a note of that. No passengers allowed in the Newport Transportation Center from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. So I just wanted to point it out. And also, a little bit of schedule adjustments because of construction that's been happening on State College Boulevard in Anaheim. But other than that, it's Route 57. Okay, so the next big change in the bus book is similar to how the 56 got its weekend frequency doubled. 72 also has gone the same change. The only difference that unlike the 56, there's different weekend schedules on the 72. So let me show you what it looks like here in a second. Here we go. This is what it looks like currently on the weekends. Similar schedules. I think it's every 65 minutes on Sunday. Or is it on Saturday? It's also every 65 minutes. So that's going to be doubled to 45 minutes on weekends, with the trips highlighted here in box. They're only on Saturdays, as you can see. Operate Saturday only. So for any of you going to the district or Sunset Beach, you don't have to wait as long for a bus on 72. And here's one of the other the last big change for this new bus book for February 2020. So on the 143, the frequency is now increased to 45 minutes during weekdays. Here's the old bus book. As you can see, back then it was 70 minutes, or 75 minutes actually. But now it got increased to every 55 minutes or so. So you don't have to wait as long for a bus. Well, not that much shorter, but you get the idea. More buses running on the 143. I think the weekend schedule is also about the same. Yeah, it's about the same as previously. So the only change is for the weekday frequency on the 143. And last but not least, we have Route 177. The only major change for Route 177 is the frequency in between the last two trips is now 1 hour, whereas the frequency for every other trip is 45 minutes. So I just wanted to point that out to you. It's every 45 minutes is the frequency. So, for everybody, that's the entire tour of the new bus book for February 2020. And here's the old bus book, which is about to become obsolete, and on Sunday, February 9th. And that day will also be special for me because it'll also be my birthday. Let's get this out of the way. So here's the new bus book. Go out and get it if you're on the bus, or you can also look at it online on OC-Bus's website. So until then, it's OC-Bus fan with another bus book preview. And I hope to see you again soon and watch the videos and like, comment, and subscribe. And also follow my social media on Instagram at OC-Bus fan, where I'll roast exclusive photos. So until then, I'm going to be signing off. Peace.